Good evening and welcome to the news in brief. His Majesty King Abdullah, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, called on the Army General Headquarters, where he was welcomed by Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Lieutenant General Mahmoud Frihat, the Royal Air Force Commander and other senior officers. Frihat briefed His Majesty on the outcome of his visit last week to the United States, where he held a series of meetings with U.S. Defense Department leaders aimed at enhancing military cooperation between the two countries. The meeting also reviewed military issues and the level of preparedness of the armed forces. Separately, His Majesty met with state media officials and local daily chiefs and columnists to present his views on key national and regional issues. The King hailed the steadfastness of the residents of Jerusalem, pointing to the key role that the Islamic Waqf Department in the city has played in bringing back normalcy to the city and preserving the historic and legal status of Al-Aqsa Mosque. He also highlighted the importance of a joint Jordanian-Palestinian stand to resolve the ongoing conflict in the Holy City and reinstate the status quo. The Palestinian issue and Jerusalem are top priority to Jordan, His Majesty reiterated, and the kingdom will continue to perform its historic duty towards Muslim and Christian places of sanctity in the Holy City. On the recent Israeli embassy incident in which 2 Jordanians were killed, His Majesty vowed that Jordan will not back down on its citizens' rights, saying every effort will be made to ensure justice is served. His Majesty said it is unacceptable that some parties are casting doubt around the integrity of the military and security institutions, cautioning that the Jordan Armed Forces is a red line. The meeting also touched on the 3-way ceasefire agreement in South Syria. His Majesty voiced optimism on positive developments in Syria and Iraq and the reopening this year of the Jordan-Iraq border crossing. His Majesty also urged media institutions to raise the bar in their professionalism, promptness, and impartiality to contribute to enhancing trust between the state and citizens. The Ministry of Foreign and Expatriate Affairs, using its diplomatic channels, has submitted to the Israeli government the investigation file into the Israeli embassy incident in which an Israeli security guard shot and killed Jordanian nationals Mohammed Jawawdeh and Dr. Bashar Hamarne. The document stipulates that the Israeli guard be prosecuted in accordance with Article 31 of the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, having been indicted for murdering more than one person and possessing an unlicensed firearm in violation of articles of the Jordanian Penal Code and the Firearms and Ammunition Law, respectively. Attorney General Akram Massaadeh said the investigation revealed that the shooter enjoys diplomatic and judicial immunity, and thus, and under Article 11 of the Jordanian Penal Law, the public prosecution does not have the jurisdiction. He noted that the shooter's immunity, and according to the Vienna Convention, does not spare him from being tried in his home country's courts. Over to Syria, and the Syrian army, supported by allies, reached the edge of Al-Sukhna, the last town held by Daesh in Homs province. A key step in the army's offensive against Daesh, Sukhna is on the main desert highway between Palmyra and the government's besieged enclave at Deir ez-Zur. Another front is being waged further north, where the army is advancing along the southern bank of the Euphrates south of Raqqa. Russian jets are also supporting the campaign. Meanwhile, Kurdish officials in northern Syria, in a move aimed at consolidating autonomy, said elections for local councils and regional assembly would start this summer. A council that was set up in December to form governing institutions and prepare for elections has agreed the dates and the rules for conducting the vote. The dominant Kurdish groups in northern Syria have carved out self-governing regions since early in the conflict, but they say they are not seeking independence from Damascus. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad says he opposes the decentralized federal system they seek and has described their ruling councils as temporary structures. Pakistan's ruling party will appoint Shahid Khaqan Abbasi as interim prime minister after the ousting of Nawaz Sharif. The 58-year-old Abbasi is a staunch Sharif loyalist. and was the petroleum minister in his cabinet until yesterday. Sharif resigned after being disqualified by the Supreme Court over undeclared assets. Sharif's brother, Shahbaz Sharif, has been chosen as his long-term successor. Shahbaz would need to contest a parliamentary seat and become eligible to take over. And Australian counter-terrorism police conducted raids across several Sydney suburbs aimed at disrupting plans for terrorist attacks. Australian Federal Police said the raids by the joint counter-terrorism team in 4 suburbs in different parts of the city relate to an ongoing investigation. Australia has been on heightened alert for attacks by homegrown terrorists returning from fighting in the Middle East region or their supporters since 2014. Balloonists from around the world took off from Italy's Umbria Valley to take part in one of the biggest ballooning events on the global calendar. Around 30 hot air balloons flew off at sunrise and rose above the Sagrantino Valley, vying for the Sagrantino International Balloon Challenge Cup. The ballooning event in the Umbrian Wine Valley stretches over 10 days and features a rich social program with many occasions for the balloonists to mingle and sample local food and wine. The event culminates tomorrow when the prestigious Silver Cup will be awarded to the winning team. Ferrari's Formula One championship leader Sebastian Vettel took pole position at the Hungarian Grand Prix, denying his Mercedes rival Lewis Hamilton a record equaling career 68th. The German's Finnish teammate Kimi Raikkonen sealed the Ferrari front row lockout. Hamilton, 1 point behind the German in the standings and a 5-time winner in Hungary, will start from a disappointing 4th place on the grid and alongside his Finnish teammate Valtteri Bottas, who was faster. And finally, moderate weather continues for the rest of tonight with northwesterly light winds. Tomorrow, a drop in temperatures returns mercury levels to seasonal average with a high of 33 degrees Celsius in Amman and a high of 38 in the Dead Sea. The Gulf of Aqaba should expect a hot night and a very hot day tomorrow with a maximum of 38 degrees Celsius accompanied by northerly moderate winds and calm seas. With this, we come to the end of our brief news. I'm Dana Abusham. Thanks for watching and have a good night.